Hi everyone, I want to get back into content creation and I've been inspired to make a new series. It is going to be based on my thought process when looking for moves. This is something that other players ask me for quite a bit. I find improving players are far more interested in the process of finding the correct move rather than the moves themselves. They want to know how exactly I make my decisions. And to address this, I'm starting a series on reactive puzzle solving. The premise is that I will see a position for the very first time, and then I will explain my thoughts, what I'm calculating, and how I'm evaluating. This will be done in a timed setting because in a practical game, you have a time limit to think and you can't mess around. The layout will look like what you see on your screen. The most important element of this series will be authenticity. That's why at the beginning of every video, you will see me switch to a new puzzle. I'm doing this on Lichess, and if you toggle the puzzle difficulty, you'll get a new position. So, like so. I want to make sure that you know this is truly me seeing the position for the very first time. Of course, it would be far easier for me to fake it, solve a puzzle ahead of time, and then give you the explanation after I've already figured everything out. That would protect my ego, but it wouldn't tell you anything about the live process. And I think just explaining the solution to puzzles without saying how I got there, that's not going to be nearly as useful. With this format, however, it will be a bit messier because most puzzle videos involve the presenter always arriving to the correct solution, but I cannot make that promise. I'm going to inevitably get some wrong. Like I said, this series is all about the process. It might get frustrating to watch. You may see the solution while I'm struggling to find the idea, but I hope to all viewers that this series can provide insights as to how a player at my level thinks in the most realistic setting possible. For puzzle difficulty, I'm going to choose the easier level on Lichess, meaning the puzzles are within 300 points on the lower side of my Lichess puzzle rating. I'm choosing this to make the puzzles a bit less complicated and more accessible to a wider audience, though admittedly some of these puzzles are still quite challenging. I'm giving myself a time limit of 7 minutes to solve the whole puzzle. This isn't just 7 minutes for the first move, it's the whole thing. This is to keep the video short and also impose some urgency. I will have to think under pressure. I think these are the best settings for now, but if there's demand, I could try solving more complicated puzzles with giving myself more time, like closer to 15 minutes, let's say. After solving each puzzle, whether I get it right or wrong, I review it. Lichess will play one main line when you're solving the puzzle, but I want to see how correct I was about my other thoughts, or if I missed any resources for the other side. So the format of the videos will be me switching to a new puzzle, narrating my thoughts, playing the moves, and then reviewing the puzzle. I'm hoping that this series will help my own calculation and decision making. We're all here to trying to get better. That's why you're watching this video, so thank you for that, and I will see you in the next one.